Hello my friends, Ghost Chin 3 here. Check this rock out. This is a sharpening rock. Straight from the res, my friends, out in the mountains. And I'm going to show you how these rocks work. I wish I could tell you what kind of rock it is. I know rocks that we can use for sharpening. I just really bad with the names, and I promise I will try to find out and get it back to you. Anyways, this rock, got it from my grandfather. And when I was a kid, it's a sharpening stone. It works awesome. Look at the bottom. Obviously not going to use that rough stuff right there. But see how flat that is. They kind of chipped it and eventually they sharpened enough here that this is the side we use. Now I'm going to show you the difference. I'm no knife expert. Do I know how to sharpen knives? Hell yes. Mine will split hairs, all my knives. And we've been sharpening knives. Our family, we all know knives. We all have knives. And, you know, for some of you that don't know, and I'm doing these videos to show some people that are getting into knives and outdoors and hiking and camping and survival. A knife is an important tool. It's excellent for everything. And of course you definitely want to have it sharp. There are some knives that are meant to be dull type. They're not, they're cheaper, they're more for a chopping type, but you can sharpen those. Anyways, one of the things I get asked about is I hear you put water, oil, just like on whetstones, which I'm going to show another video, and I'm going to show everything. Yes, on these we put water, which I'm going to show you right now. What that happens is, like the ones you put oil, or you can put oil on this too. Oil and water is basically you're smoothing out the rock, make it smoother for the sharpening. But the main thing is, when you sharpen a knife, whether you realize it or not, you're actually, there's some tiny metal shavings that are coming off your knife on the edge when you're straightening, when you're sharpening. You may not realize it, but there is. What the water or the oil does pretty much is help to keep that, not to go back in the rock, of course, not in your knife, but you're going to clean it anyways after each cleaning or sharpening. And it basically keeps it smooth on the rock, and that's what that does. Yes, you can sharpen it just like this, but I'm going to put some water in this. As you can tell, very smooth. And this is the way you sharpen it. You know, everyone says 20% or degree, I'm sorry, I keep saying percent. Just play with it. You're not going to go this high up. You're not going to go this low. That's pointless. And listen to the sound. You start, hear that? You start memorizing that sound. That's how you're going to know what rocks are good for you. You're not going to use sandstone. That's not going to work. River rocks, you're going to have moss and stuff, dry them out. But any of the ones you find on a trail, you're going to, even small ones, you're going to be able to even take a small one and go like this. Now, you can sharpen like this, down. Hear that sound? There's techniques I show in another video using the Lansky. I've seen this done. This takes practice, by the way. It's clockwise. So I wouldn't recommend that until you play with them more, do more research. I kind of know all those techniques. I've studied them, kind of played with them a bit. I have my favorites and stuff. You can go back towards you, but make sure your hand's not there, depending on what kind of stone you have. Trust me, you will cut yourself. I don't care how good you are with knives, and I'm very good. I've cut myself. Please have a first aid kit. I should have said that in my other video. Nearby when sharpening knives, because you may need it. I'm not saying you're not good enough. Accidents happen, even to the best of us. And why not have a first aid kit? I've had to use plenty times. So, anyways, that's for this size knife. And this is a good size rock. This thing probably weighs like almost, God, 5 pounds maybe, 6. Here's a good old giant Bowie. This rock is big enough for that. I can do that. You don't want to push down too hard, not too soft. Many times even just the weight of the blade, if it's thicker and heavier, will do it. You'll start memorizing that sound. Now, it may do it on some rocks, but like I said, on others, nice. We'll do it. I love this stone. I'll pass it on to my future kids someday. Here's a different type, smaller knife, kind of, medium. It's a 4.5-inch blade. Sound changes a little bit, but to each knife and to each metal, it'll have its own sound, but you'll know that's sharpening. Some may disagree with me, but for whatever your reason is, but my knives never fail me. They're always sharp. And I know these sounds. Here's another one. This is the SOG wallet knife. Just a little different, but you can tell. And you're going from low to high to the tip. I'm going to cut myself right there. Like I said, you can put the water on there. I've done it without, but I always do with the water. Always clean your knife after a couple, like say if you do 5 one side, 5 next, get a cheap rag. And be very careful. Act like you're cutting. Do it lightly. It'll take some of that grit off of there. Ah, very nice. So anyways, this is just a stone, like I said. Not every stone's going to do it. And I wish I could just tell you, hey, look for stone A, B, C, and D, and I can't. You know, you'll have to find stones and kind of play with them. And if you would like a flat surface, sometimes it's natural to have a flat surface. See that? And then you can sharpen your knives. This thing, like I said, God knows how old it is, but it's been in the family for probably 100 years, or I don't know. But it's awesome. I love it. My grandfather used to have a big one, kind of like a shoebox, straight stone, and you can just go like this with both hands, and my God, you could cut the wind. It was so damn sharp. So that's another technique, my friends, that you can go both ways if you have a long one, and or straight towards you slowly, and then do the whole blade. So anyways, this is just another sharpening type rock. Now you know what it means to water it down or oil it. Help take the shavings off. You may not see it. Put a white piece of paper under and you'll see it eventually, and you'll start seeing that. Some of it, of course, will be the stone itself, as it kind of gets grinded. So that kind of helps it. Both the water and oil help smooth it. Which is better? I couldn't tell you. Whatever works for you. I go for water. Water's available all times, not as messy. As you can tell, it dries out. So you just wet it again, and look how smooth that is. So that's what you want to do, my friends. Look at that. And just find the right angles that you're going to do. There you go. I did 3 on that side, you do 3 back. That's pretty simple. Clean it off very carefully. Holy smokes, it's sharp. And see here, you can see that right there, and that's some of what the rock's coming off of. You can see it right here. So that's why you want to clean it off and then keep going and clean it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Natural rock from God, created in the mountains, and this is sharpening rock. Awesome. Take care. God bless. Click on the like button, my friends.